Hey there, welcome to FPS Chess. Game is simple, it's chess, but they added competitive. This new entry to the chess saga is causing all my brain cells to fire simultaneously. My dopamine system is in overdrive, and this video is a cry for help. This is chess, one of the greatest sports and price generators of all time. Since its creation by Gary Chess, it has been the most accurate representation ever of the feudal monarchy. But I'm here for the sequel that Gary should have released. We are nearing game design perfection. I mean, hell, even AAA games don't have a quitting animation.
Hey, you.
The process of playing a game is simple. You move your pieces and try to take out the king. Oh, and every single encounter results in a 1v1 death. Each piece has its own weapon, abilities, and playstyle, which I have totally learned and will be skillfully demonstrated throughout the video. They should honestly nerf the queen. The ability to move nearly everywhere instantly is way too OP. The movement feels like I'm driving on the Nürburgring with the Evergreen, and the performance is reminiscent of a Bitcoin mine. The game somehow runs at 60 FPS, but feels like a Discord stream. Beating an opponent in a 1v1 will result in his piece decomposing faster than my will to edit this video, no matter who attacked, putting into practice the concept of the self-defense shotgun. The game comes with a whopping one arena that is made up of fewer polygons than a Half-Life Scientist model, and is so empty you'd think it's a Halo Infinite. Both players spawn on the board and can climb any vertical surfaces with their minds, and the cracks on the screen indicate health, which reminds me why other games don't do this. We're all pawns in a dying society, but at least these ones have a Smith & Wesson. They can kill any piece with 3 headshots, and no, you cannot do en passant. They don't know I'm the most balanced piece. The horse has a bow, which is more luck-based than the game of life, and will most likely transfix you for involuntary organ donation. I will now do the London opening. The bishop has a shotgun, which only works if the opponent uses it. Wait, no, it's not skill issue, I swear, please, no. The queen has a minigun, which fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 400,000 rounds per second. The king plays modded Mordhau and has the range of about 16 Samsung brick phones. Finally, there is the rook, which can melt any single piece in the game from any distance with one skull. And there's nothing you can do about it other than cry. Bishop takes vacation, never comes back. Jarvis, enable Stormtrooper AI. However, these pieces also have 2 abilities each for a little bit of pizzazz, which I will go through very quickly because I want to finish this video before GTA 6 releases. Starting with the pawn being the only one who has the power to run, and additionally spawn clones for dubious tax evasion purposes. Meanwhile, the horse can just and use built-in aim assist. The bishop can glide and throw a holy hand grenade. Yes, you can rocket jump, and begin gliding for what I can only assume is a method of intimidation. The queen can enable Minecraft creative mode and just fly, while also making use of a meat shield simp that she can throw to nearly instantly kill anyone. I will perform the queen's gambit on this unsuspecting fool. Not that checkmate means anything in this game. Speaking of him, our mate the king can choose between jumping anywhere, but also nowhere, and using a tractor beam whose range is longer than you'd think. Finally, there is once again the problematic rook, which on top of the CSGO orb can also grapple onto just about anything and hide behind walls, making it harder to catch than the Terraria biome crate. 1 second you're climbing up to get in range, and the next thing you know, once you see that pawn moving, it's already too late.
Dear Mario, yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Okay, so, if you made it this far, congratulations, you're under 30. I just wanted to say I can't keep this up, so I'm going to slow down the editing. 4 months and 140 hours later, and I'm still working on this. There's one more section I want to cover, and I can't scrap it because it has some funny jokes that I still want to do. But yeah, this is probably the first and last time I'm going to be making a video like this. I'm probably going to be cooling it down much more in the next ones. I just wanted to see how fast I could go. So yeah, cheers. Wow, after fighting thousands of pawns, I finally found a shiny one. Let's see if it's any different.
Oh no!
Those swords sure look pointy. Would be nice if I could get a closer look. Alright guys, it's time to find the imposter while also playing a game of Coda. As it turns out, their pearlescence isn't the only thing they changed that makes me want to jump out of bounds. The horsey was really powerful before, since one good shot was enough to send a piece to their doom eternal, so I'm wondering how they could possibly make it more... What the fuck? Yeah, so he's had a bit of a difficulty tweak, because he really needed that. Comically funny metal pipe, I summon thee to propel me into the airs. The arrows might be mildly strong against every enemy, which makes every duel a fair fight. If everyone is OP, No one is OP. The bishop went from using a 10 gauge to explosive rounds, which are enchanted with knockback 3. His powers are very funny. That bomb from earlier is now strapped to his head when gliding, and I feel like a lot of tasteless jokes could be made here. His other power has the one singular use case of knowing which pawn is real and which ones are just in my head. The queen now has a whip with a range and aim assist that do not make sense. And finally the king now dual wield swords which spray the enemy and piss projectiles and gain as much immunity as a criminal with money. Additionally, helicopter. Meanwhile, the rook once again is playing 5D chess as he can now just become Fortnite. The rifle also now fires 3 times as fast. But it's not over yet because he also fires cannonballs which conveniently blind you.
I can't even begin to see
And hit you harder than the 2008 housing crisis. What is this piece? Next update, they'll just make it so triggering a rook results in the game crashing and finally giving me back my 12 gigs of RAM. Half the fun, however, is the encounterable bugs which make it as endearing as a Bethesda game. So I'm gonna list a few of the ones I came across. Alright, here goes. Pieces skipping through moving animations, weapons float in midair, projectiles fall randomly from the sky, pieces jumping during the death cam, armed unkillable pawn, pieces explode when killed, corpses falling from the sky, bishop death cam following its wing, queen's head gets stuck in the ceiling, hitting an arrow with another arrow, queen's peace throw gets stuck in midair, bishop's bomb fixed in the air which can still be triggered, death camera rising from the abyss, rook falling into the backrooms and falling back down every time he is moved, dual animation on the roof, green boxes in the distance, king jumping into the abyss and killing himself, random floating projectiles, whatever this arrow is doing, phasing through walls while climbing, complete game crashes, dying randomly when on the roof, and this. The rook fired this giant red laser, which killed me. Yet the kill cam was from my perspective. The only reason I have this video is because my friend that I was playing with got it on camera. We have never managed to recreate this, and it remains a mystery to this day. No one has ever mentioned this happening, and I doubt the developers ever intended its existence. But that isn't even the strangest thing I've come across. One game, these planes start appearing. We work out how to break the windows and go outside, and see these paper planes floating. They are making ear-shattering roars as they stay fixed in midair, ominously. Typically, you can find one of these on top of the bookshelf, but they don't make sound. Me and my opponent stop fighting to observe them in awe, trying to reach them, but we keep dying spontaneously, as if the game was turning against us. I finally managed to jump up and hit it, only to die instantly. The following fight starts, and it has moved. The game starts imploding in on itself. Projectiles from past fights start floating everywhere. Walls become traversable, and the demonic noises keep getting louder and louder. This game is absolutely necessary to play, and will revitalize your adrenaline supply. Play it. I'm not asking.